Please start.
Yes. A very pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the people, those who are assembled here. I'm Dr. Ravi Kumar here from Bangalore, India. I welcome all the participants and the dignitaries and the members of the International Internship University for the day 3 of batch 9 of Global Mentorship Program. I am very much honored, privileged, and pleased to be here as a moderator for day 3, which is the last day. And before we start the session, it is my honor to extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, who is the backbone of this International Internship University, who, with his all the efforts, could extend its wings across the globe in all the 7 continents and 195 countries across the globe. And he is such a sheer educationist who wants to promote this education to the every nook and corner of the world. And because of that thought, who was able to make this first of its kind online internship university by providing internships to all types of students across the globe. Alongside that, I would also love to extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the backbone and the chairperson of the Indian chapter of International Internship University, Dr. Snigdha Kadam. It is my privilege and honor to be here to welcome our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dr. Charles Eforia. And last but not the least, it is
Thank you very much.
a
It's a
great
great opportunity
It's a great honor
to
to
be
welcome
here.
all the participants for
Exactly.
the last day, that is the day 3 of the group 9 of Global Mentorship. And I should also thank Dr. Snigdha Gadam and all the members of IIU and our beloved founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, to give me this opportunity to moderate this eventful event. And it is my luck that I would say that I have been honored to introduce the day's speaker of the day, Professor Khairuddin. We welcome you, sir. Professor Khairuddin Sudamin is a lifetime associate with the Oxford Center for Leadership, Oxford. He is also an adjunct professor, University of Malaysia, Sabah, adjunct professor, Asia Metropolitan University, this is AMU. He is an adjunct professor at Taylor's Lakeside University. He is an industry advisory panel IAP of Mauritius University, member of Policies, Governance and Audit Committee CILT, Malaysia. It is our great honor to welcome you, sir, and give you a very valuable knowledge to the participants of Batch 9 of Global Mentorship Program. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. The platform is yours.
Thank you, my friend, Dr. Ravi Kumar sir. Professor Charles Eboria, I see you there. and all the family, International Internship University Fraternity, of course, not forgetting Dr. Snigdha and all my other friends. Thank you very much again for having me in this. I didn't realize that, I have been speaking at a few groups. This is the 9th group, and it's also what, in 2 weeks' time, almost, yeah. That we are leaving 2023 and we're moving into a new year. So it would be interesting for the participants to pick up a little bit here and there of what I would like to share with you. I'm sure you must have picked up a lot already from the speaker yesterday and the day before. I like to apologize. I couldn't join yesterday. I'm supposed to be scheduled for yesterday, but yesterday I had a family dinner, so I couldn't, let my grandchildren having the dinner without me. Okay. Now, without further ado, let me now share my slides. Yeah, is that okay, Dr. Ravi?
Please do share. And sorry, I also wholeheartedly extend my welcome and to Maha, the IIU member from,
Yes.
yeah, you are also welcome, ma'am.
Yes.
Sir, Maha is our IIU President of Student Council, International Student Council, as well as she is the country director of IIU Lebanon. So it's indeed a pleasure to have you, Maha, with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, I have people from different parts of the globe listening to me tonight. I'm inspired. Thank you very much, Dr.
Yes,
Snigdha.
yes.
All right. Without
Yes, before Professor Khairuddin could start, today, again, as usual, but it should not be an as usual one. It's a special submission with all the participants to be there on the screen. That means I request each of the participants to open up your camera and please do interact. Don't wait till the end.
yeah, you can
You are being
interrupt
given
me
a
as I'm
chance.
speaking. Yes, that would
Yes,
be
so that we get a feeling that we're not having a virtual session, instead we're having a live session.
yes, absolutely. Yes, Dr. Ravi.
Actually, sorry for the interruption, but I just have a problem with connection. That's why I'm not using my cam, because whenever I'm
Okay,
using it started to.
It's okay, it's okay. Others,
that's
I'm
okay.
talking about the participants.
Right.
Yeah, I will try, but I can't promise because the
Thank you
connection
so
is
much.
not yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for understanding us.
Okay, Dr. Ravi, can I
Yes.
start?
Please.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. That's our program tonight, batch 9. Let me move on. Okay. So tonight I'll try and cover the modules again. If there is a repetition from the last 2 days, I apologize. But hopefully that repeat would help to reinforce of what you already know, because you already have the background the last 2 days about mentoring, mentorship, and how to be a great, wonderful, excellent mentor, right? Let me move on. Okay, as usual, I will not I will not fail to start off my programs anyway with this particular diagram. Choose one of the diagrams below. Don't take too long, maybe half a minute. And then quickly, which one? Are you choosing a square, a triangle, a circle, a rectangle, or a squeegee? A squeegee, or in some countries we call it zigzag. So quickly now, choose. Okay. And don't cheat, okay? Don't change, because I'm about to tell you what it means. Okay, now, after you have selected the diagram, only one, okay? So this is what it means. Okay, if you had chosen a square, what it means that you are a hard worker. You like structured and organized environment, you love data, dependable, you are tenacious, you like to do the job yourself, you like things in writing, you make sure things get done well, and you like a lot of details and will not tolerate sloppy work. Now, if you had chosen a triangle, what it means is that you are a leader, very focused. You love recognition. You're a very sure kind of a people. Okay, you're outspoken, very focused, and then on goal at hand. You love lists and sticky notes. Independent, likes to do his or her own thing and always get the best deals. Wow, like the best deals. Huh? Okay. Now, if you had chosen a rectangle, what it means is that you are sick of being a square and reaching upward like a triangle. Excited, unpredictable, excellent student or professional. You are less frozen than other students or other workers. You are a team player and you think well. Okay, that's most important. You think well in groups. Now, if you had chosen a circle, what it simply means is that you like harmony. You're a fun, nurturing, caretaker, and loving people with problems so that you can help them solve their problems. You're a best listener, good listener, and best communicator. You have got good gut ideas, trustworthy, and you cannot stand conflict. And you have a hard time saying no. But you have many friends though. Now the last one, if you had chosen scribble, what it means is that very likely that you are open-ended, most creative, highly conceptual, broad ideas, and you ask what if a lot. You are future-oriented. You are not a detailed person actually, but you have lots of ideas, both good and bad. You are a good troubleshooter, but this last part I like. You have a short attention span, which means that you can join the ranks of the Gen Z these days, okay? The Gen Z, the Gen Y and the Gen Z, these people, this group of people, okay? They have short attention span. You know, when they look at the video, they'll quickly move on. When they look at the TikTok, they will see one and then they move on. They don't like to spend a lot of time on one thing. That is the very prominent feature of the Gen Y and the Gen Z. Okay, I say that because I'm a baby boomer. Okay, let me move on. Okay. Okay, in our old VUCA, we need to give new leaders Viagra. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but that's not the Viagra that you have in mind. So VUCA means we live in a VUCA world. That's what we used to say. Okay? Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. So you need to prepare new leaders. You need to give them Viagra, which means they must have the skills of being versatile, inspiring, assertive, gung-ho, and resourceful. And finally, not very clear, that is agility or speed. Let me move on. Now, in the new normal, after the pandemic, after the COVID, we need to give these new, leaders vaccine instead of Viagra. So, and even VUCA for after the pandemic has also changed. Okay, vision, understanding, clarity, and again, speed, agility. So, we need to, similar thing, they need to be vaccinated. They need to be versatile, assertive, competent, collaborative, inspiring, networking, and empowering. Okay. Now, VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. Okay, and we're also familiar with ODA in those days. ODA stands for observe, orient, decide, and then act. So sometimes these are the things that guides us as a leader or as a mentor. We think in this very compartmentalized, systematic way. Let's move on. Okay. The world has changed, my friends. Wherever you are on planet Earth, we now live in a bunny world. Bunny, okay? Bunny stands for brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. Okay? What bunny really means, and the 4 illusions it breaks. Okay? Now, brittle, the illusion of strength. The belief that everything will be all right is not always true. Embracing a brittle world means letting go of the illusion of strength. And then A stands for anxious. That is the illusion of control. The more people hear and see, example, bad news, the more anxious they get because they feel they lose control. The secret, we have never been in control. Hence, the A in bunny breaks the illusion of control. Let's go to N. Okay, B-A-N. N is non-linear or the illusion of predictability. There's no simple straight route from A to B. Non-linearity has always been there, and it is a default feature of any complex system. We finally became aware of this, thereby breaking the illusion of predictability. And finally, I, incomprehensible, the illusion of knowledge. The issue is that we thought we understood and comprehended the world. We thought we knew the world. No, but we never really have. As such, Bunny breaks the 4th illusion, the illusion of knowledge. So we currently continuously live with the illusion of strength, okay, control, predictability, and knowledge. So that's the world, that's the funny world that we live in, right? After having confused you with that introduction, let me move. Sorry about that. Let me move on to leadership. A mentor should be a good leader, a leader who knows the way, goes the way and shows the way. Leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide followers or other members of an organization. Leadership quality is a very important aspect of a mentor, right? Leadership. See? Again, leadership. See how important it is. Sense of humor, integrity, vision, positive attitude, inspiring, solid communicator, sense of humor. Good leader normally has a good sense of humor. I remember my bosses, my 4 decades of being in corporate and private and government sectors those days. A lot of the great bosses, you will notice they have, they don't show it, but they have a great sense of humor. Okay. I remember when I was in one of the board meetings with the Vice Chancellor of the University of Malaya, the Royal Professional Colleges. Then I was CEO of the University Cooperative. So in one of the board meetings, he always liked to propagate his economic thinking. He says that if you earn $1, okay, US dollar, for example, okay, and you spend only 70 cents, he says, you will be a happy man all your life. But if you earn $1 and you spend $1.30, you will be miserable all your life. So then I told him, yeah, that's true. I says, Panku, boss. I said, but don't forget, the Japanese is a nation of high savings. They put aside 30%, of their income to save. But then I told him, but don't forget, I said, the danger is if everybody starts to save, nobody wants to spend, okay? And then what's going to happen to the banks and the finance companies? Okay, nobody wants to make a loan. They will close shop in no time. You laugh and say, yeah, you're right. So you see, you have to make sure that these things are balanced. Okay, let's move on. Leadership again. Qualities of leadership: honesty, willpower, courage, selflessness, visionary, consistency, knowledge, efficient communication. Again, leadership qualities: sensitivity, determination, humility, courage, integrity, positivity, confidence, sincerity. Oh, there's still great leadership: honesty, delegation, commitment, creativity, communication, attitude, humor. Okay, can't run away from it. Okay, again, support, teamwork, motivation, competence, skill, responsibility, communication, power. That's what leadership is all about. Okay, the profession. When you decide to become a mentor as a profession, the mentor should be an expert in his profession. A profession is an occupation, trade, craft, or activity in which one has professed expertise in a particular area. A job, especially one requiring high level of skill or training. Now, a mentor should be the master of the subject. He should have in-depth knowledge about his profession and subject. He should be able to understand loophole. A good learner, a good coach, an expert are a few of the qualities of a mentor. Let's move on. A mentor should also be a subject expertise and a resource person. A resource person is a person with expertise in a certain area who may be called upon as necessary to perform a task or provide information. A mentor is a trained resource person who is there to answer questions and offer support. Vision. Now, vision is a sense by which the qualities of an object as the color that makes up its appearance are perceived through a process in which light rays entering the eyes are transformed into signals that pass to the brain. So a mentor should be a visionary. His vision should be clear. Let's move on. Commitment. A commitment is a promise or an agreement to do something. It is a responsibility. Commitment is defined as a willingness to give your time and energy to something that you believe in, or a promise or firm decision to do something. Commitment leads to action. So if you're a mentor, means you need to have a commitment. Commitment leads to action. Action brings your dream closer. A mentor should be committed to his profession and vision. Without commitment, mentors cannot have that in anything. When mentor is committed to something, he accepts no excuses, but gives only results. team building is again an important skill. Team building is the action or process of causing a group of people to work together effectively as a team, especially utilizing activities and events designed to increase motivation and promote cooperation. Team building is a structured practice in the skills teams need to perform optimally at work. The purpose of any team building is to build a strong unit of people working together. Team building has many benefits in every angle. It improves productivity, we know that, increases employee motivation, encourages collaboration, and builds trust and respect among employees. Okay, the mentor is responsible for team building. Now, what is the importance of team building? We saw just now quickly. It builds trust, regulates communication. Number 3, increase productivity, brings people together. 4, number 5, foster creativity and learning. And number 6, healthy competition. 7, makes people more acceptable. 8, resolves conflicts. 9, employees can acquire skill. And 10, improves company culture. So that's why team building is very, very important. Important of team building is all about practice. When a team participates in team building activities, they're really preparing for important real world situations that demand keyword cohesion. Again, the benefit of team building event for work include, among others, improving the 3 C's. What are the 3 C's? If after you finish all this and you don't remember all what I've said, you forgot everything else, and you remember the 3 C's, I'm okay. Collaboration, communication, companionship. That's the benefit of team building. Okay? Enhancing these 3 team competencies then leads to additional hello benefits, including better morale, stronger motivation, and unified company culture. Non-judgmental. Mentors should be unbiased, unprejudiced, prejudice-free, accepting, non-partisan, neutral, non-aligned, non-discriminatory, anti-discrimination, objective, disinterested, dispassionate, detached, tolerant, liberal, permissive, broad-minded, undogmatic, unprescriptive. So all things, all the verbs or the that you can think of. All right. Yes, the mentor needs to be non-judgmental. Listening without judgment builds essential rapport. Feedback without judgment is empowering. Both are learned skills. So you can learn this. Okay? Both enable the mentor to make their own decisions and plans with support and guidance, and both create a communication style that can enhance any relationship. Okay. The mentoring skills model. Okay. These are the shared core skills. And on my left, is the mentee specific skills. Acquiring mentors, learning quickly, showing initiative, following through, managing the relationship. Similarly, on my right side, the mentor specific skills, instructing, developing capabilities, inspiring, okay, providing corrective feedback, managing risk, and opening doors. So the shared core skills at the end, when these two have merged and got together, okay, what we should be able to unleash is that both should be able to be listening actively, skills, shared core skills, building trust, encouraging and identifying goals and current reality. Not just the mentor, okay? It's also the mentee. These are the skills that they must have, right? Let me move on. Core mentoring skills. Both mentor and mentee should utilize the following core skills in the mentoring partnership, which we saw just now. Okay? Listening actively. Active listening is the most basic mentoring skill. The other skills build on and require it. When you listen well, you demonstrate to your mentors and mentees that their concerns have been heard and understood. As a result, they feel accepted by you, and trust builds. That way you indicate you're listening intently is by performing several observable behaviors. So the mentor should reflect back certain comments to show your trust, meaning, and feeling behind the message. Use appropriate non-verbal language, such as looking directly into the people's eyes, looking into your eyes, okay? Nodding your head, leaning slightly towards their frowning, okay? Frowning or smiling where appropriate. Avoid interrupting mentors and mentees while they're talking. Remember and show interest in things they've said in the past. Summarize the key elements. Okay. Resist the impulse always to turn the conversation to your experiences and opinions and to find immediate solutions to problems you may be hearing. Listen carefully first. The problem solves much later. If your mentors and mentees have habit of immediate problem solving, see if you can help them be better listeners and problem explorers. So the keyword here, you must be great listeners, okay? Rather than trying to tell you or advise someone or trying to solve the other fellow's problem. Listen first. Building trust. The more that your mentors and mentees trust you, the more committed they'll be to your partnership with them and the more effective you will be. This trust develops over time if your mentors and mentees observe certain appropriate behaviors on your part. Now, to become trustable, you must, number one, keep confidences shared by your mentors and mentees, spend appropriate time together, follow through on your promises to them, respect your mentors and mentees' boundaries, admit your errors and take responsibility for correcting them. Tactfully, I repeat, the word is tactfully, share your feedback, dissatisfied with something so they'll know you're honest with them. Okay. And that is a very delicate skill. Not everyone had it. There are a lot of bosses that I've seen before or I've been with, okay? They do not have tact. They just because they're the boss, they think they can do what they like, you know? So it's very important if you want to be a good mentor, you want to be a good leader, polish your tactfulness skill. Being tactful is you want to tell something that is very dreadful, it's very, what you call, frightening, or it can cause death to someone, but the fellow did not die. That means you have succeeded in being tactful. If you tell someone something and the fellow dropped dead, that means you don't have tact. Tactful is getting across something very delicate, very difficult, getting it across to your listener, and yet the person doesn't get angry or doesn't get sad. They just remain calm. To me, that's the epitome of being tactful, and it's a very difficult skill. I'm telling you, my friends, you need to polish it again and again. All right. While there are many ways to encourage, and mentors and mentees can differ in the type and amount of encouragement they like, you can do these things. Compliment your mentees on accomplishment and actions, point out positive traits in addition to their performance and accomplishments, praise them privately, one-to-one, commend them in front of other people. Everybody likes to be praised in front of other people, right? Okay, express thanks and appreciate. Write encouraging memos or email and leave a complimentary voicemail. Be certain that your praise and encouragement are sincere. Of course, today, you know, you send a WhatsApp or you make your comments on TikTok, you know, that will, you know, make someone's day, right? What else? Let's move on. To demonstrate the mentoring skill, know what's important to you, what you value and desire most. Recognize areas in which you're able to perform well, very concrete examples of behaviors you can perform at a good to excellent level. Identify specific weaknesses or growth areas observed in yourself and the ones noted by others. Okay, set tentative 1 to 5 year goals to reach in your personal life and career. Describe accurately the reality of your abilities and situation. Effective mentors are constantly fine-tuning the self-knowledge, incorporating new feedback and observations regularly. Okay. Critical skills for mentors. Mentors use several specific competencies in an attempt to help mentees to develop, right? Instructing, developing capabilities. Probably all mentors do some teaching or instructing as part of the mentoring. The skill is especially important in informal mentoring. It seldom means that you will give formal speeches and lectures. Instead, your instructing will usually be more informal, from modeling specific behaviors to conveying ideas and processes one-on-one in a tutoring. Okay? A mentor. Be a learning broker as you assist your mentees in finding resources such as people, books, software, website, and other information sources. Help them recognize inspiring actions they took in the past and ways to excel again. It's always tempting to tell mentees what to do, and in fact, to have them follow in your footsteps. Don't. Your challenge as a mentor is to ensure that your mentees identify and pursue their own form of greatness, not necessarily yours. Okay? Some outstanding mentors use language, stories, metaphors, and powerful phrases to inspire their mentees. I do a lot. Storytelling is one of my favorite metaphors. Again, I'll go to the bookshop and buy books and then read some news stories, and I'll use that, okay, as storytelling for some of my mentees or my students. Inspiring. One skill that separates support mentors from very good ones is the ability to inspire their mentee to greatness by setting an example yourself and helping your mentees experience other inspirational people and situations. You can help them onto future paths that excite and motivate even beyond their original dreams. Mentors vary in their ability to be inspiring. Okay, again, leadership, sense of humor, integrity, and all that. Let me move on. Okay, mentors can do inspiring action yourself, which challenge your mentees to improve, help them observe others who are inspiring, arrange other inspirational experiences for them, and challenge them to rise above the mundane and do important things in life, right? Providing corrective feedback, we saw that earlier on. In addition to give frequent and sincere positive feedback, effective mentors should also be willing and able to give mentees corrective feedback. When you observe your mentees making mistakes or performing in less than desirable ways, you should be direct with your mentees, letting them know what you perceive and providing some better ways for handling the situation. It will probably be better for them to hear it from you than from others. This is an aspect of the mentor's protection skills, managing risk. So we come into this now. Nothing in this world is without risk. Okay? One of the first things you can discuss with your mentee is if and how they like to receive this feedback. At the same time, you'll be more likely to give feedback if you're invited to do so. Okay? A mentor should attempt to use positive, non-derogatory, business-like words and tone of voice with mentees when their behaviors or products are unsatisfactory. Give corrective feedback in private. We saw that earlier on. Give the feedback as soon as feasible after the performance. Teach your mentees new knowledge, skills, and attitude by explaining, giving effective example, and asking thought-provoking questions. Okay, help your mentees gain broader perspective on the organization, including history, value, culture, and politics. Demonstrate or model effective behavior, pointing out what you're trying to do. Help them monitor performance and refocus steps as needed. A key part of your instruction is teaching the mentoring process. You can do this by making process comments, pointing out, naming, and otherwise getting your mentees to recognize which aspect of mentoring you're doing at the time and why. Okay? Encouraging. The most valid mentoring skill is encouraging. This includes giving your mentoring partners recognition and sincere positive verbal feedback. Effective mentors encourage their mentees, which in turn help increase the mentees' confidence and enables them to develop. At the same time, successful mentees make a point of positive reinforcing the mentors, which serves to keep the mentors focused and motivated. Provide genuine positive feedback to your mentors and mentees regularly. Okay, identifying goals and current reality. We saw that actually earlier on. Mentors should have a personal vision, specific goals, and a good grasp of current reality. As a mentor, be clear on the talk to your mentees about their vision, dream, and career life goals. We've already mentioned that earlier on. They'll be interested in your current reality, your view of your strength and limitation, as well as the current reality of situation within the organization, and one help recognizing theirs as well. Mentors should know his or her tentative goal, strength, what development you need, and the specific assistance you'd like. Okay, managing risk. I mentioned this now, but we come to risk now. Another distinguishing characteristic of effective mentor is the willingness, and ability to protect their mentees from disasters. One of the tasks is to prevent mentees from making unnecessary mistakes as they learn to take appropriate risks. This skill of managing risk builds closely on the core skill of building trust identified earlier. Okay, mentors will like mentees recognize the risks involved in actions and projects, make suggestions to help avoid making mistakes in judgment or action, help them learn to prepare well, get wise counsel, then trust their own decisions and actions. If requested in difficult situations, intervene as your mentees advocate with others. Mentees have identified managing risk as an increasingly important mentoring skill. Okay, number 5, opening books. Mentors are usually in a position to provide visibility for their mentees. This means opening the right doors. Okay, what did I say just now? Mentoring, opening books. Sorry, what I meant was opening doors. Sorry. Okay, to demonstrate the different audience what they can do. Research has shown that when mentors vouch for their mentees in the way mentioned, their work is much more likely to be well received. Okay, mentors should put in a good word to people who could help your mentee reach desired goal. Personally introduce your mentees to appropriate contact. Make certain your mentees' abilities are noticed by others. Give your mentees assignment or opportunities that enable them to interact with important colleagues, suppliers, and customers. Suggest other resources for your mentees to pursue. So that's what good mentors do, right? Oh, I'm done. I'm actually at the last slide. How cooking was discovered. So before I end up, Dr. Ravi, can I share what do you call this favorite story of mine, how cooking was discovered?
Yes, yes, sure. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. In the old days, the English lives in thatch houses like this. Okay? They live upstairs, and the domestic animals, okay, live downstairs. So one day, the village folk went to another village to attend a feast. So they have all the barbecue, you know, the chicken, the lamb, you know, and the cows. They were all, you know, being barbecued. They eat and they were doing that. One of they went for a festival in another village. Then they came back to their village. Okay, also started to do the same thing, make a festival. So again, as they were doing the barbecue for all the animals, one of the village folks poked his finger into a barbecued lamb, and of course it's hot, right? He quickly took out the finger and put it in the mouth. Oops, it's hot, the guy said. But when this guy did that, you know, he also found a very nice taste. And according to Charles Lamb, who wrote this essay more than 100 years ago, okay, Charles Lamb said, voila, it seems they have discovered cooking. So that's how cooking was discovered. So what happened was, in that old English village, whenever they want to have a festival, you know what they do? They go and look for a house like this, okay? Take all the sheep, the chickens, and the cows, all, put it inside the house, and they burn the house. That was what Charles Lamb said, and when he wrote in that story 100 years ago. The name of the story was How Cooking Was Discovered. But then I found that story in the book written by this very famous lady professor from Harvard by the name of Rosabeth Moss-Kanter. She wrote the book on the challenge of organizational change. So in some of the challenges of changing people's mindset, organizational change in people's mindset is so she used that story of how cooking was discovered by Charles Lamb to put it inside her book. So after she put that story, at the end of it, she says, so what did you learn from the story? Okay. Anyone knows what Professor Rosabeth Moss-Kanter said? Is there anything that you can learn from the story of how cooking was discovered? So this is what she said. Well, somebody said, there are so many interpretations to it, but I like the one that Professor Rosabeth Moss-Kanter said. She said that if you don't know how the sheep gets cooked, okay, you are going to be wasting hell of a lot of houses. So the same thing with management in any organization. If you don't know how things, work, you'll be going to be doing this thing. It's going to be a waste when actually there are simpler ways to do it. For example, in this case, why don't you just go to the DIY shop and buy a barbecue, metal, and then put all your sheep or whatever chicken there and then barbecue it, rather than go and look for a sheep, catch it, throw it into this house, village house, and then burn the house. So that's what Professor Rosabeth Moss-Kanter said. If you don't know how that sheep, just now, the sheep, right, or the cow, or the the goat gets cooked, you are going to be wasting hell of a lot of houses. Okay, I am done with that. So there's some personality indicators here. Okay, if any one of you would like to do it, you can get the this from. I'm going to share it with. I think Prof also has got a copy of it. You can ask it from and then do it. Okay, so there are 46 questions. All you have to choose A and B. Okay, once you've chosen A and B, fill it in this boxes, right? And then once you get the answer, all right, you bring it down. Okay, if your answer of A is more than B, okay, then you bring E down. If your answer in B is more, then you bring B down, and then you will get the alphabet later on. So once you get the 4 alphabet, okay, whether ESTF, ENTS, or whatever it is, Okay, then you can look at it. So if you are, if you got from the your exercises now, if you got ISTJ, you're a systemizer. If you are got ISTP, you're a strategizer, and so on. Okay, energizer, trailblazer, innovator. If you got ENTP, so which means to say that this one at the bottom is important. Okay, now what is it that you get? ISTP, okay, EISNTFJP. So it's ES. So see which one you are. All right. Okay, I'm done. My last slide. The fourth unwise monkey, my favorite. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, but follow and share all evils. That's what we're doing now, right? Isn't it? Everybody, huh? Professor Charles, huh? That's what we all do, right? All the time. Without us realizing, we are following and sharing evils. Okay. Okay, I have a few more. I might as well show this. 4 ladies who must never be in any meetings. Sorry, yeah, Stella. No offense to the ladies. Mona, Donna, Fiona, Wona. Actually, I added the last one. Actually, it's just 3, but I add one more, Wona. And 3 ladies who must be in all meetings. Lisa, Inga, Nada. Not Prof. Nada. I'm sure Prof. Nada is listening to it. Okay, okay. What does it mean? There you are. Mona is meetings only, no action. Donna is discuss only, no action. Fiona is fantastic ideas only, no action. And Wona is, the 4th girl is WhatsApp only, no action. So these 4 girls, you must never allow them in any meeting. These 3 girls must always be in all meetings. Lisa, why? Listen, instruction, straight away take action. Wow. And Inga, she has integrity, no nonsense girl. She's gorgeous and she's action oriented. And Nada, again, she's no nonsense, assertive, very developmental, and very speedy, agile. Okay. That's it. Thank you, guys. Any questions or violent objections? I am done for the day. I now hand over the floor to Dr. Ravi Kumar. All yours, bro.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Khairuddin, for such a wonderful session. Right? It was really a lot of intake was there, and always you have the humor at the end of the session for every session that Lena, Tina, and all those things. Wonderful one. And I would request you to just share those 3 PPTs slides which contains that
Oh, the questionnaires.
personality indicators on the group,
Yeah.
so that all these participants can use that personality indicators, so that these indicators, personality indicators, can be used while testing your
I'll
own
send it
mentees,
to our group.
whosoever you are
Dr. Ravi.
mentoring.
Dr. Ravi, I will send it into our group later on. Yeah, after this.
Yes, sure,
Okay.
sure. Certainly, you can do that. You can do that as well. Right. All the mentors can use this personality indicator. The other day, someone was asking how we can go ahead, right? It is not only useful for mentoring, it is also very much useful if we are counseling someone also, especially
Yes.
the career counseling,
Absolutely.
right? So that it helps each and every participant over here. First, you try yourself. What is the best answer that you can get, and see what is that 4 alphabets that you are going to get. Based on that, you do it 3 or 4 or 5 times, so that you get very much well versed with that personality indicator test, and then it would give you a very good opportunity to understand your mentees or the counselees, so that you will be very much what do you call it, as organized while mentoring or counseling, right?
Right.
Thank you so much, Professor Khairuddin, again. And now I request all the participants to please do come on the camera, so that I will have at least one pic for the day.
Sir,
And
we are
also-
not going to stop now. Now
Yes,
Professor
yes,
Charles
yeah,
will speak,
true that.
and
Okay,
one
okay.
by one, every participant being a mentor to speak.
Yes. So, and also, as very rightly Dr. Snigdha was saying, that each and every participant will have to speak or will have to voice their experience in this 3 days of mentoring session. And there will be a common question to all the participants rather, that how would you take this mentoring program in your personal career to become a mentor, and what is the aim that you are having? What type of mentoring you want to develop in yourself to become an effective mentor, right? Please do note this question again. It's a common question to all. What is the takeaway from these 3 days for you to become a mentor, and how are you going to take this forward to mentor your mentees? Right? I would love each and everyone to speak on this for few minutes so that we will also understand what are the takeaways for the last 3 days, and if there are any constructive feedback that you are having in your mind, please do feel free to express those constructive feedbacks so that it will not only help all the resource persons over here, but also our organization to improvise our views and focus more effective towards conducting further batches. Thank you, everyone. So please.
Actually,
Hi.
looking at all what
So
you said
sorry.
so far. Sorry, please, before you say something.
Oh yeah, I just
Looking
want to
at-
say I'm Jennifer. Yeah, I wanted to go first
Sorry.
because I needed to do something. I'll let you go first.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
will go
Actually,
next. I
looking
also,
at today's
I'm
own,
driving, so I
looking-
need to go next.
Sorry, please. I'm on board. Sorry. Looking at today's teaching, very powerful. I need to give kudos to Professor K. And from the summary of what we did today, we can now see that as a mentor, you should be able to live a burning world. Living a burning world entails a world of illusion, of strength, of control, of predictability, and of knowledge. And as a mentor, you must be a visionary. Your vision must be clear, and you should be able to live in a team building world. As a team builder, you must also try as much as having 3 C's. And what are the 3 C's? Collaboration. You should be able to collaborate with your neighbor, collaborate with everybody you meet. And also, you should be able to be a communicator, ability to communicate very well, effectively, so that your message will be received. And you should be able to do what is called compassionship. Compassion is the sense that you should be able to communicate, be in an association of people, make people happy, be in an area that people will appreciate you in everything you do. And also, as a mentor, you must be unbiased, and every negative action must leave your way. You should not take action on negative things, but be positive in everything you do. And as a mentor, you should be able to have this skill, the model skills. What are these model skills? You must be a listener. A listening activity, anything you do, listen very well. You must be able to reflect very well. You must be able to avoid anything that is causing you confusion. Any interrupting things, you should be able to avoid it. You should be able to remember things. You should be able to summarize anything you are doing, summarize it very well. A preparation, you should be able to listen carefully first in everything you do. And as a mentor, you should be able to build a trusting skill and become trustable, in the sense that you should be respectful, thankful, you should be praise people, encourage people sincerely. Everything must come from the heart. And as a mentor, you should be able to demonstrate the mentoring skills, ability to identify specific weakness. You should be able to be, and also the strength of your mentees. As a mentor, you should be able to keep your mentees to greatness, making them to be great. We know as a mentor, you're already great, but make your mentees to also be great. You should be able to provide corrective feedback privately, correct them privately, not openly, where people will look at them, downgrade them, but make it privately and encourage your mentee very well. You'll be able to identify their goals and their current reality. You should be able to open up to them, let them know what they are, not to pretend of what they are not. And as a mentor, you should be able to manage your mentees' risk. Managing your mentee means what? Protecting your mentees from disaster so that no disaster should befall them. And as a mentor, you should be able to open the live door for your mentees, live door, making them to be great, making them to be happy, making them to go forward. By the time you do that, you see yourself being fulfilled. He also told us about the cooking, how to discover your cooking ability. Explain to us. He told us about 14 questions. And on this particular, he now told us that when E is more than B, you bring your B down. He said something like that. And he was able to tell us that we should always act. Anything we are doing, any activities we are doing, we should act. We should avoid being not active. We should be active. Active in the sense that, and he also emphasized that we should not be like these 4 people. There are 4 people we should not be like. Being like them means you are not trying to improve or not trying to make the people happy. So what are the 4 people? The Mona, he said the Mona meeting only, no action. They like to meet, but there's no action. When they are meeting, they don't no action at all. Look at that. How can you meet without acting? There must be action. And he also said donor people that discuss only, no action. They only discuss. Look at that. How can we not discuss? No action. Then you are not doing anything. He also told us that the Fona had the fantastic idea. Only no action. Look at it. You have action, no action. Look at that. It doesn't speak well. He also told us that the Wona WhatsApp only. They only WhatsApp, but no action. Look at that. How can you be WhatsApping, no action? There will be action in everything we do. So today is a very special and unique day. I love what Professor K has told us. May God come to empower us and help us so that we're able to actualize all what he said. There must be action in everything we do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Charles. After listening you describe the Fiona, Donna, Mona, I'm laughing again.
Great it was. Indeed, superb.
Thank you, Dr. Snida.
Yes, may I
Yes.
request each participant to come on the camera now and speak.
Yeah, can I go next? Yeah, I'm
Yes,
driving
please.
home.
Yes, you're most
Yeah.
welcome.
Please, yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Raymond from Singapore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great pleasure to attend these 3 days, the Certified Mentor programs. Yeah, I have been as a mentor for the last 5 years. So before COVID, I've been providing these mentorships for every 6 months. So every 6 months, I take in one mentee, and so has been doing that for a few years. And recently, I also become the mentor for the undergrad of National University of Singapore. So I really enjoy this journey as be a mentor. So these 3 days, learn a lot from the 3 distinguished speakers, and also learn the framework, yeah, and also the tools. So I really appreciate the learning, your experience. Yeah, so for me, I totally agree that learning without actions, and there is no meaning. Yeah, so my suggestions is that you'll take actions. Yeah, so I'm also currently mentoring an undergrad. So what I'm going to do, my next actions is that I will put what I have learned in these 3 days and together walk the journey with this mentee. And I will also expand and take in one more mentee for the next 6 months. So thank you so much for having this privilege to join this 3 days program. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Mr.
Thank you very
Raymond.
much.
Very nice. May I request all the participants to please open up your cameras, please. It's an humble request, right? Because all the participants feel much enthusiastic when they see more faces on the camera and
Yes.
right.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
So-
sorry, I will driving now. So yeah, I will off and I will start driving now. Thank you. Thank you. I
Right.
will listening. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Next, who is going? Professor Lata.
Ready?
Yeah, please.
Gloria.
My name
Gloria.
is Salif Gloria. I'm in Botswana in Africa,
Wow.
and I'm a corporate trainer by profession. I train staff from one of the biggest retailers around here. And most of the time, I find myself doing mentoring. And apart from the work environment, I've always volunteered to mentor students, helping them with their schoolwork, helping them in molding and guiding in terms of career. Study-wise, I've studied economics. And of course, as you grow and continue to grow, you learn other things, you do other courses as well. Hence why I find myself as a corporate trainer. But I must also say that I really appreciate the session a lot because it has opened up my eyes to quite a number of things. You know, when you interact with people, in most cases, I find myself being the go-to person. Like they always believe that I have the answers, which obviously is not true. So these are some of the courses that I really empower myself through so that I'm able to implement as we were being advised how a mentor should be. And it also opened my eyes to this fact that, you know, I'm lacking in some areas. As I was reading them out, I'm like, okay, I need to develop myself in this particular area. So I really appreciate it. It's a pity I missed the first session because I was working, but I've been watching the recording on YouTube, so I'll finish it up. But all in all, I'm appreciative of the information that you have delivered. I'm appreciative of how you delivered the information. Maybe a recommendation is that just to keep people engaged, an assignment in the future, you know, like as you develop the course, it gives it more sense because it's not just attendance. People are also actively participating. You're able to see like this question that we have been asked right now. In future, maybe post it as sort of like a 2-page assignment where you see how students are applying themselves. But I'm grateful and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful speech. So we would really appreciate your feedback, and that is the reason that we are making all the participants to speak today, so that we will come to know that how they communicate, and we can also see, and going further, we will see to it that some assignments will certainly be given to all the participants on daily basis. That is how we need to take this forward, so that we will also be able to understand what are the key takeaways of the learning of the each day, and we will certainly implement that. Thank you so much.
Gloria, you're from Botswana, are you?
Yes, I'm in Botswana.
Botswana, okay.
Yeah. Have you been here?
No, I have not been.
Okay.
Soon, inshallah.
But Professor Khairuddin is planning to come to Botswana, I'm sure. Professor Khairuddin, am I right?
Yes. If you
Yeah, so here come our dear Nada, to whom I was missing from the beginning, right?
Very
Nada,
true, very
but
true.
you really missed today's session. It was really great by Professor Khairuddin. Superb it was.
No, there is no doubt. I know that Professor Khairuddin make it amazing. Professor Khairuddin, I will listen it.
Yeah, now
Recording will listen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
May I
can we
request
have
the
a
next one? Who is going next?
My name is
You,
Lata
Glory.
Kumar.
Prof. Lata, yeah, please.
Yes, Professor Lata.
Sir, great experience listening to people on a global level. It is also necessary in today's time. I would like to listen to my mentees, understand their problems and try to solve them. I like the balance formula. I will try to solve problem by becoming friend. Actually, I am not very good at speaking English, but I
Okay.
can understand English properly.
That's okay.
It's easier for me to speak in Hindi. So I just want to say that I have learned a lot from this course. Now, when I get time, I will watch all the PPTs again and again and recordings also, and will definitely take advantage. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I
Thank you
feel
so much.
language should not be the barrier. You spoke
Yes.
so well, ma'am. Right?
Yes.
Whether it is Hindi, whether it is English, or maybe the Nigerian language or any. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Thank you.
Prof.
And
Lata,
Dr.
you
Sniksha,
could have
Professor
speak-
Lata speaks better than many other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
Great.
Sorry,
Yes,
but I
But-
cannot
but-
very good in speak English.
yes, it is great.
See, in communication, there should be no adjectives to adjudicate the language profession,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because
Hopefully,
the more you speak, the more you learn.
Huh, Dr. Ravi, Dr.
Yeah.
Ravi, hopefully, but the next time we have this session, if again I'm asked to speak, I hope I can, I'm able to deliver it in Urdu.
Yes.
Oh,
Sure.
Professor Caroline.
Right. So language is just a source of communication. It is not the resource of communication.
Yeah, right.
Right. So we should not bother about that because as all of us have learnt our mother tongue without going to school.
Right, right.
We didn't
Right.
go to any school to learn our mother tongue, right?
Right,
So in
absolutely.
the same way, any language we can learn. Only the thing is that we have to focus, never fear for that. Array, I'm not able to speak good. What is good and what is bad? All the adjectives are perceptions. People might be you might be thinking that Dr. Ravi is a highly educated person and is aged 72 and he can speak very good English. It's not that. That is your perception. Professor Charles may think, he is so aged and he is so educated, still his English is not good. Because the words that we use, right? So that words makes all the difference. So nothing to worry.
Absolutely.
You open up and speak. Whatever the level of language you can speak, that's good enough. That's
Right.
absolutely fair enough.
Agreed, Dr. Ravi. Agreed. Acha.
So who is next? Thank you so much,
I
Professor
think
Lataji.
someone there wants to speak. Maha, Miss Shade.
Hello, everyone. It's a great
Hi.
pleasure to be with you. Actually, I lost connection as I told you because I opened my cam, so I didn't know
Oh, okay.
exactly the question. But as I heard, from the participant, it's just a reflection about the session, right? In order to be on the right track. It's okay.
Yes.
So actually, I wasn't able to join. I joined shortly the last 3 days because I was overloaded with the work. I didn't have a chance to be with you. But today it was the longest part I joined. I feel actually excited to know more because the part I attended was really great and was really motivating in order to know more steps about how to being a mentor, being the country director of IAU and the president of International Student Development Council. I believe that this course is so important and it can help us a lot, especially in the initiative we conducted on a monthly basis. So I would like to thank you for giving me the chance, and I promise you the next training I will do my best to attend from day one till the end. I was really, I finished work lately. It's just a day off that I had the chance to be with you for a short time. So thank you a lot. I
Where are
really
you?
appreciate the
Where are
opportunity
you?
to be
Where
with
are you? Where are you now? Maha, where are you now?
Actually, I am from Lebanon, but I live in United Arab Emirates.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Lebanese.
Oh, okay.
Great. Good.
Thank you, Maha.
so
Thank you
much.
for your gracious presence and wonderful words. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Singda, for giving me the chance. Dr. Nada, it's a great pleasure to see you and see you all sure.
Thank you.
Yes. So who is going next?
From Botswana, Emirates. Now we want to listen to some other parts. Stella, where are you? Miss Fernandez? Can't hear you.
You have to unmute. Stella, you have to unmute.
Where are you? Oh,
Stella.
you have to unmute. I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear
Ah,
me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where are you now?
I am in Singapore.
Oh, you're nearby. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Please.
As for me, I'm a school teacher And for me to come into the path of mentoring and to listen to all the wonderful, stimulating things that you are telling me that what I should be to be a mentor is so refreshing, even though I'm retired now. Because I feel that this mentoring should have been given to every teacher before she starts teaching. Because this is one thing which Ministry of Education need to look at, because every teacher steps into a class and wants to deliver the content. They very rarely look into the life skills of a student.
Yeah.
Right from even kindergarten, right up to maybe university. We are all delivering content, and very rarely do we focus on who we are and how we are impacting our future generation. And this mentoring has opened my eyes that mentoring is who you are. What do you do? How do you impact? How do you inspire? How do you motivate? How do you reach out? How do you encourage people to be more and more and more of their personality, rather than just getting facts and knowledge? It's not, life is not about just facts and knowledge, you know. So I'm very, very happy and very proud that I can still participate and learn what mentoring is all about, and how effective, you know, when we want to give of ourselves, our expertise, our knowledge, our experiences, we want to share that. How do we move? How do we approach? How do we appeal? How do we attract people? How do we change people? So I thank you so much for this wonderful 3-day session, which has enlightened me and encouraged me that I have so much more to do for teachers and our students of tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Stella. So after listening to you, it
Yes.
confirms my suspicion that a lot of teachers, not just in Singapore, elsewhere globally, when they go and see the student in front of their face, they don't have the mentoring kind of, they don't exude that mentor. What they have is, do as I say, but not as I do. Am I right?
Yes. So you need to reach out to teachers. You need to reach out to Ministry of Education.
True that. True that. True that.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Stella, for that wonderful remarks, comments.
Yeah. Who is next?
Hi, Jennifer from Singapore.
Hi, Jennifer, please.
Jennifer.
Another Singaporean. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Hi, I just want to say thank you for the last 3-day opportunity to learn what mentoring is. In fact, actually, Singapore has this very this guy, his name is called Dr. Yen Lu. He's from Hong Kongese that has done a ASEAN Institute of Mentoring Institute or something like that. I cannot really remember. So I am actually a graduate from there as well this year.
Oh.
So they has a very intensive 6-week program. And then I was like, this is 3 days. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the very different kind of learning experience. Yeah, I just want to acknowledge I like the Mona. I mean that was really good. And I'm really very excited to embark on this journey with IU, and then looking forward to learn more from all the learned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Miss Jennifer. Yes, Mr. Brandon.
Brandon.
Hello, hi, good evening and good day to all. Yes, from Singapore as well, across the causeway. So, okay, for myself, I think it's very new because my profession is actually engineering, and I serve in the also the customer service area. So, as you know, most of the time, I do training, but in the engineering way, right? So we're talking about repairs, we're talking about technologies, and the trainees are mainly very tech guys. So the language we talk 1001, you know what I mean? I mean to the certain extent. So sometimes there's not much emotions. So so definitely this is very, very, very new. I would say very refreshing as well. Because I'm also embarking on a different chapter of my life now, having exit from engineering to look into, you know, community development as well as you know, book publishings and also behavioral training tools and facilitations. So it's totally a slightly different arena for me. So for these 3 days, I would say it's kind of more official training for me as mentorship, because I'm always doing training to trainers and my trainees on technical things. So definitely coaching and mentoring the differences on, I think Dr. Ravi and Professor Nada, and also now Professor Karudun is teaching us today. To me, is very, very new. And I also find the Mona very interesting because I only told my trainees NATO and NATO, you know.
Yeah,
No action, talk only, right? Yeah, so that was what I always use.
So now tonight you found a new word, huh? Mona,
New one. And the final one, number 4, very good, WhatsApp, right? So everybody's on WhatsApp all the time. Oh boy. So that's
Mona. The last one is
yeah,
Mona.
Wana. So finally it became Alamak. Okay, but anyway, so something new. Yeah, but I deeply appreciate. I really truly enjoy myself. I sit through all the 3 days. You know, very refreshing, very new, and all of you learning, lovely people. So I really appreciate. I'm very grateful to know all of you. Thank you so much, and
Thank
continue
you
to
so
learn.
much, Mr.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Brandon. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Brandon.
Yes.
Ariel?
Where?
Sorry. Ariel, you wanted to say something, Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel. Please go ahead.
Please.
I want to thank Prof. Ravi and so Prof. and also Prof. K. Because actually I have my two mentors here. I have Raymond and also Stella. And
Oh, okay.
yes, and actually Jennifer as well. Jennifer, all right, because she started a social movement about 12 years ago to get people. And I mean, I've been a teacher for many years, but because as a teacher, I was really very glad. I think Prof. Charles will understand that when we are in a role, right? When in a role where kind of choose, we can tend to go into this role where we get people to do things, but then we kind of like may forget that there's many parts. There are many parts. Like I think when Prof. K said that yesterday he had to spend time with his grandchildren having dinner, it's a very good reflection about certain values that we hold in lives. And this can only be seen in mentors, because certain things where we look out for as a teacher, we are really at knowledge position stage. So to have the disposition, it comes back in as mentorhood. So sometimes when we're in the classroom, we forget that we're also mentors to growing kids. Because I see children primary 1, so they are 7 years old. And then when they leave us at 12 years old, they go to the secondary school. We may not see them again until they become adults and have the independent mind to connect with us and want to learn. So I think this is something which become life mentorship. And it is very different compared to a role that mentor is given, a professional role as mentor. So this is where I'm also really looking at some public policy, because in Singapore we are also promoting mentorship as a nation. We do not want to kind of make the mistake that were made by our younger selves, right? So nationally, we are looking at setting up mentoring societies, mentoring wing, and the different society are really looking at this part where we want to develop young people to learn. So I really want to thank our lecturer, Ravi, Sonada as well, all right, that you remind us about the roles and responsibility and to be very clear what we are at different levels, different roles and identity. At the same time, personality, it's also the matching of people that was very helpful, very helpful. And definitely I want to have Lisa, right, in all our meetings. And with internet now, let's not have Wona in our meetings so that we can definitely meet up and really get work done to develop the youth that are really going to be the leaders. Yeah, and I also thank our university lecturers here to be able to facilitate this whole learning. And now I got a friend, very good friend from Lebanon, right? I really want to thank Sharas who's there and also Gloria who is in Botswana, right? So I really want to thank the University of the International Institute for making this opportunity available for all of us to become friends and mentors across the world. Yes,
Flo.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Ariel. Excellent. Thank you, Ariel. So, Dr. Ravi, Dr. Snigdha.
Yes.
So how now? What do we do?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ariel. It was nice. And as usual, I had the power cut again. Sorry, I had to reach back to you all on my mobile again. Right. Sorry for that again. Right. Yeah. I think all are done with it, or someone is else still left.
Yeah, I think if we
Right.
have done, we
Vora.
can end the session.
Oh, so we have Vora and
Uh,
also Prakash.
I would like to ask a question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between mentoring and coaching?
Okay.
Who's to answer that? Dr. Ravi.
Right. Yeah. Anyone can answer.
Anyone can. Yes.
Yes. You see, coaching is a different aspect where you coach the participant on a very specific subject or a very specific topic or a very specific task.
Yes.
Right? Suppose you are a coach for communication, you coach only on communication and nothing else.
Yes.
If you are a cricket coach, you coach your participant only on a particular vertical. Either batting, you will be a batting coach. If you are a bowling coach, you will coach only bowling, so on and so forth. But whereas mentoring is a very totally a different way of coaching, where you coach your participants 360 degrees. Right? You will not be coaching only, or you will not be imparting the training, or you will not be mentoring your mentee only on a one particular way of particular vertical or a domain. So mentoring always is to a specific subject or a specific way of this thing, of a specific career. You say wherever you go, if it's a specific career, then you will be mentoring the mentee career, whatever the vertical the mentee wants to go. So you will have to have that 360-degree knowledge about the career of a student. And if you are mentoring an employee to develop his or her career in an organization, then you'll have to have the 360-degree knowledge about the organization and what the organization wants from the employee, and you need to mentor the employee, that is your mentee, to work and understand the organization's needs and requirements in move in that good way where not only the organization is benefited, but even the individual is also benefited with that. So that is a huge difference between the mentoring and the coaching. Coaching, it's a very specific, very singular way of doing the things.
Yes, okay, you're right, Dr. Ravi.
Yes,
If
Ravi, can
if
I
will
add?
can I add to Dr. Ravi? My own
Okay.
experience.
Yes, please.
In my life, I have many coaches. Many people coach me,
Yeah.
but I have only 2 or 3 mentors, which until today I remember. They are not around now. They all have passed away. But I still remember because when I'm with them, they have taken me all over the world. Whenever they travel, they are just not my boss. Okay, they're just not coaching me, but they are mentoring me, and I am the mentee, and you can tell the difference because you're the only one that they bring around because they are mentoring you. They're not coaching you. They'll be coaching you 10 or 20 other fellows. But so that, to me, that's to answer your question, Stella. That's the difference between a mentor and a coach. Okay? Coach, football coach, but not necessarily a mentor. But if the football coach, okay, likes 1 or 2 of their players, and he goes out of this way, spends more and do much more, then he is a mentor, not just a coach. See? Yeah, I hope that it gives a clearer explanation as to the difference. To the
Okay.
very what you call gray area between a mentor and a coach. Yeah, Stella?
Yes.
So
True
I
that,
will
true that.
also add on this question, part of the answer. Yesterday, I start with these differences.
Mhm.
So if we are talking about mentoring, mentoring always have this coaching, always include coaching, but it is higher. So there are many other ways of supporting another person. But when we say coaching, we need to ask powerful questions. So we focus on particular issues that the person may have, or goals they want to achieve. So at coaching, particular issues and particular goals that person want to achieve. That is a difference. And we also say yesterday that we have a difference between mentoring and training, and also mentoring and advising. So at training, we want to get skills, knowledge, attitude. So
Yes.
trainer always want and have learning objectives. And at mentoring, we involved helping someone. We are helping you these 3 days, mentees, to get skills, knowledge, attitude about something. That is when we talk about mentoring and training. And if we include advising, we know that we have an advisor who always give advices to somebody to learn, to have experience, to have the knowledge, asking the questions, and mentoring will give advice. So at mentoring, we always are giving skills, advices, helping mentees for the own answers. So today, this session is called advising. We are now giving the advices at the end.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Please,
Yes.
Yeah.
please,
And
Stella.
like you see, in schools, we are teachers, we go for workshops, we educate ourselves how to improve the curriculum of the school. Okay.
Yes.
But Ariel, she is also a teacher, and she knows me, what my potentials are, what I am capable of, what am I doing in my career as a teacher, what are the innovations that I am putting into my classroom. And Ariel was able to see my potential, and I wasn't able to see certain things about myself, but she was able to bring out the even greater aspect of me, and to promote me to be worthy of what I am today. So as a mentor, you inspire. Sometimes you
Yes.
ask very pertinent questions, can be
Yes.
quite damaging. But
Yes.
they are good questions which awakens us and makes us, become even better than who we are today. So I'm very grateful to Ariel. Ariel, thank you very much for being my mentor.
That is really great to hear that we today
Yeah.
on the stage have a mentor and a mentee together,
Yes,
and that you are
yes,
thanking him. This is really
yes.
wonderful, and we see that you are a very, very great teacher, and that you give a big contribution to education in your country, in your school. So we are happy that we have you here at
Thank you.
IIU. So welcome.
Thank you.
Right. And also to adding on to what Professor Khairuddin and Professor Nada has told about the difference between the mentoring and the coaching, right? As I told you earlier, the coaching is a particular set of thing, a particular, a very specific subject that we will be coaching. But as in the very first day, that was the thing. It happened. No, I had that hurdle of power cuts, and I wasn't able to present my presentations clearly. And if you would have gone through my PPTs on the introduction of mentoring, in that I very much clearly told that a mentor is all in one.
Yes.
A mentor is all in one. A mentor is a guide. A
Yes.
mentor is a trainer. A mentor is a coach. A
Advisor.
mentor is an
Advisor,
advisor. A
Advisor.
mentor is
trainer,
a
everything.
teacher.
Yeah, everything.
Right?
Everything. Yes, everything.
Everything.
Father,
All
mother, brother,
all
sister.
put in one.
Yes,
All
yes,
put in one
yes,
is
yes,
mentor.
Yes.
absolutely.
And very
Yes.
rare to find a good mentor.
Yes.
You do. You see, with your all such a huge experience of teaching for so many years, right? You might have served in the teaching arena for nearly 30 odd
50
years,
years. 50 years.
50 years, you see, 5 decades,
Yeah.
right? So that 5 decades of experience has made you to learn what all and what not all, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
with that experiential knowledge, you give some advices, tips. You start from there with one student and you see that how the student progresses. And with your experiential knowledge, you will find the wrong things, what the student is doing. And you will guide that, you will advise that. You will tutor that student not to do that because what are the pros and cons of it. That's how you start mentoring the thing and you will become a very great mentor for that. So that's how the things
You
happen.
see, my mentor, Ariel, she's very much younger than me. And she's very much a less experienced as a teacher than me. But she is able to mentor me to even develop my potentials. So that is very great.
That's always there. You see, Stella, you see, to become a mentor or to become a tutor or to become a trainer or to become a coach, age is not at all a criteria. And
Yes.
the amount of the current knowledge, what is the current trend of knowledge that is required is most important.
I have 2 mentors, Dr. Ravi, in my whole
Yes,
life.
true.
Both are already passed away, but I learned a lot from them. They were people who are in very high positions in the government and in academia, and I've learned a lot from them. And they have
I will tell you my own experience, Stella, that the day I was commissioned in the Indian Army after graduating as an engineer way back in 1981, and I moved to my very first active service unit. Even today, I remember that auto rickshaw driver, even today, even today, I accept him as my mentor because only the 2 lines he said to me on that day, because it was an operational scenario where I entered into the active service. It was an insurgency operation, right? Way back in 1981. And he told me, life is nowhere guaranteed. If you die somewhere on the road, nobody will bother you. And if
Yes.
you die here in the operations, insurgency operation, the next day morning, your paper and photos will be there on the newspaper. And who all reads that newspaper, they will not forget you until they die.
Yes, yeah.
You see,
I want to also say something, Miss Stella and Miss Ariel and all here. So you were all lucky, and me, we are lucky because we have here famous Professor Kerudin, our adjunct professor, and our great Dr. Ravi. So they are only here with us, so you cannot find them anywhere giving this type of advices only for us. So I'm really proud on them
Yeah.
because they are with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
that way. And the other mentor for me, who inspired me in my life, was my first commanding officer in the same insurgency operations, Colonel Samsher Singh. Right. He told me, Sunny, he used to call me Sunny because I was just 20 plus and he was 50 plus. He used to call me Sunny. You see, you are just hearing the sounds. The sounds won't kill you. Right. You have to be so much alert and you have to be so much, have that vigilance in you that the sound in your ears should save your life.
Oh.
Yes.
Right? That was the way he taught me in the Indian Army, and really I put that into practicals in my life. You don't believe I have tasted death 5 times while serving in the Indian Army. And I'm still alive today at 72, very straight and very energetic. It's the blessing of all the people like you and the well-wishers, like all the people like you. And I'm still like 27, not 72.
Professor Dr. Ravi, that is why you have a great strategy. You're coming from the military, so we are always clear to us. Okay, I think
One last question.
Eh.
Last question. Sorry. You see, now we are all talking about mentoring, but it is not a profession, is it?
It
Is
is
it
a
a job?
profession.
Is it a
you
job?
now, Mrs. Stella, now after this 3 days, you are a certified global mentor. So you can mentor your students. You now have a certificate for doing that. So it is a part of your. We can say that is one add to your CV, to your work, and if we talk, you also can have an office and say, I'm a mentor and I will mentor somebody other. So it is really good. It is really good. And if you are free, you can do it in the free time and mentor somebody.
Okay.
So
Thank
if
you.
you have that license and that. So let us end this beautiful session and this great team here today. I think that we can be together whenever we want. We are here. So we can make debates, we can make this open conferences, open talks whenever we want. I want to thanks to all our great mentors, to all our amazing mentees. I want to thanks to our founder, Piyush Pandit, for giving us this opportunity, to great Dr. Snikta for organizing this amazing course, our great Vice Chancellor, Professor Charles, who is also always here giving a big support unselfishly. So he's always with us. I want to thanks to our great Maka who joined us today. So to all who are here, wish the luck. And now at the end of the year, we wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a year with new success, with joy, with hope, with lot of love. And Miss Stella and Miss Ariel, I'm sure that we can conduct and do so many things, and maybe we are wishing that we can see you in a session and
teaching us, mentoring us from your experience. So in the next year, we are waiting for that.
Thank you.
And also, we have more in the new year. We will start within the new year to be a certified trainer, global trainer. So you have an opportunity now, a mentor, then to be a trainer. After that, you can be a counselor. So from IIU, you can get all.
Oh, wow.
Thank
So
you so
think
much.
about that. All think about that to be great. So then in your CV, Miss Stella, Miss Ariel, and all is writing a certified trainer, certified mentor, certified counselor. So that really sounds great, and you learn that, and you can do that job in the future. So let us finish this. Dr. Snikta. Dr. Snikta,
Yes,
please, last
congratulations and
words.
thank you everyone. And herein, I take the pleasure to announce you all as the certified mentor by the International Internship University. Congratulations to all the trainees, all the mentees. And thank you so much to all our trainers, Professor Nada, Professor Khairuddin, Professor Ravi Kumar, and thank you, Professor Charles, our Vice Chancellor, Maha, our Country Director of Lebanon, to be here. Your support really means a lot to us. Thank you. See you all in the next year with new
Yes,
courses and new things. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a